Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us to a session about the top secret about matching vibration. A little about myself. My name is Revital HN. I'm an energy reader and a transformational coach. I also run the 30-day group for shifting and aligning vibration according to the teaching of Abraham-Hicks. And today's session is about the real top secret about matching vibration. The session is going to go with question. You would like to prepare yourself paper and something to write with. And take in consider that it's a live session. Nothing is being edited. And let us start. Here it is. Now we're talking about matching vibration. Why do I say that it's a top secret? It's a top secret because the way that we have been taught about matching vibration, if you think about it, throw you all over the place. It comes from vision boards, it comes for experiences. Okay, if you want to have that car, so have a test drive about that car, put the car pictures all over the place, make a tattoo of it wherever you want, a secret place in your body, and without even thinking about it, all of a sudden the car is going to show in your experience. Well, after several tries and watching others, I can tell you that it's not working that way, because if it was, we would have wallpapers of all the stuff that we want, and we would have no room on a tattoo on our body. So where do we start matching vibration, and how do we do it, and how simple it all is, you're going to see in just a minute. Okay, and we're going to start with my question as usual. I usually don't give you the answers right away. I actually lead you into answers, and thus actually create an experience that you would embed in your awareness in a way that is not going to be forgotten. Now, I would like you to throw out 5 ways in which you process this idea. How do you, how to your perception, we match vibration. You write it on a piece of paper. The one of you here just throw them on the chat box, and I'm going to collect it from there. How to your perception, we match vibration. How that happens? Today I'm taking in consider that you already know what a vibration is. Vibration is a non-physical phenomenon. It's the non-physical movement. It's the non-physical of all there is. It's a vibration. It's all that we are. We're a vibrational being in a vibration universe. 5 ways. Can you come with 5 ways? You already have 1. Let's see if you have 5. How do you match vibration? Any ideas? Or you tell me that you have never matched vibration. If you manifest something, you match vibration. Anytime you manifest something, it came from a place of alignment and matching vibration. Okay, the answers I'm getting here. The answers I'm getting here are from Josette, feeling like it has already happened. Tiffany says, seeing it as already done. Josette, imagining that it would be like and feeling it. Petri visualization, come in contact with the vibration of what you want. Allow universe to infinite and get what you want to be, the universe to be infinite and get what you want. Moving ahead like you will get it. Very, very scientific. Very, very, very easy to understand. Okay, so let's move and go forward. Now, my question is, had you ever dropped one drop of water on a plate or a glass? Josette said yes. Anyone else drop a water into a plate or a glass? Tiffany, yes. Petra, did you drop a drop? Yes. Okay, once you drop a drop into your plate or glass, okay, were you able to drink it? No. Petra, were you able to drink it? And Tiffany said, not that individual drop. Okay. So as you can see, you cannot. Okay, Josette is playing with that with the finger. Okay, but one drop, can you really drink it, or you just like, it's not really something you drink, right? Most likely it's going to evaporate somehow. It's going to disappear before you're going to, you know, you may really just wet the tip of your finger, really. Taste, not the drink, right? You might get a taste of it. Now, drop another drop of water and another drop. How many drops are in a teaspoon? Do you know how many drops in a teaspoon? Josette said 8. Any other ideas? you get thirsty once you think about it. Patrick is giving a ridiculous number when he said that this is exactly it. And Tiffany said that she has no idea. Okay, we have 12 drops of water and 10 drops of oil. And if you think about it, you see that actually the drop of oils are bigger than the drop of water. And that probably has to do with their structure, their molecule. Okay. Now, in your mind, drop a drop of oil to that plate or glass. Okay? Are the 2 drops will reach for each other? Well, you single hand say no. Okay? You obviously understand that the drop of water and the drop of oil are not going to reach for each other. Why? Because they are not a vibration match, no matter that both of them are drops and both of them are liquid and both of them had been dropped by you. Okay? So let's move on. Now I would like you to convert the drop of liquid to thoughts. Do you start to get a clear picture? And I'm talking about starting getting a picture. Petra say yes. Tiffany said yes. And Josette already, you know, divide them between heaven to hell. It's either a good thought or a bad thought. Okay, the idea is very simple. The idea is very simple, that we have two different vibrations that actually are not going to attract each other. Those two vibrations, those two energies are not match vibration to each other. Okay? Now, if you think about it as thoughts, okay, the thought of water is not going to attract oil, and the thought of oil is not going to attract water. And once you're going to put them together, you're going to get yourself a contrast. Now, it's really up to you what you decide is going to be your oil and what you decide is going to be water. Okay, the formula is the same. Now, you think I'm a little crazy. I can see that. However, this is a very interesting way to explain that concept in a way that is going to stick in your brain forever. Every time you're going to see oil and water, you're going to understand. Now, the thought is the seed of all creation. The thought is the smallest and the biggest particle in our universe. Now, do you start making sense of it? Now, if you think about it, what is a belief? A belief is a thought that is constantly active. And if you think about it, what is a belief? A belief is a glass full of water. Belief is your faucet, that once you open the faucet, is going to drop all this water out of it. A belief is a thought that's constantly being thought. Okay, it means that you constantly add drops, okay, to that glass of the same thing. You constantly add drops of the same thing. This is a belief. A belief is not a teaspoon. The belief is the entire bath or the entire swimming pool of water over there. Now, what is a memory? What is a memory? A memory is a thought you reactivate. And now let's make a little more sense to it. Since the thought creates beliefs, and the thought is the seed of all creation, the thought is the seed of creating vibrations. The bigger component is the belief. Do you start getting the picture? Now, since the smallest particle and the biggest particle is the thought, vibration actually made out of thought. So in order to start creating a vibration, it has to be created by you, okay, designing and forming a thought. Now you would like to be more deliberate with creating thought. Because every time you create a thought, you create a seed, okay? So it could be a seed of a morning glory, it could be a seed of rose, it could be a seed of a tree, you know. It can be a seed of a bush, it could be a seed of a bad seed. It could be a seed of just whatever you name it. So now, once you're forming your thoughts, you understand that you're actually forming seeds. And the reason that we don't pay attention to our thoughts is because we see them drop by drop by drop by drop, okay? And every time we drop a drop, we say, oh, it's one drop. What can I do with it? It's just going to wet my finger. I cannot even drink it. So you neglect it of lack of value. But guess what? Those drops don't go anywhere. They stay there, and each drop is attracting the other if they match. What do you mean if they match? If they're all drops of water, unless they're a drop of oil or other materials that actually doesn't match. Do you start getting it? Do you start getting it? Yeah. Yeah, let's move on. You see, if a thought is a drop, a belief is a teaspoon. You know, a teaspoon is enough, okay, as a cure, okay? If you put enough drops in a teaspoon, okay, that's how much you give yourself as a cure, okay? When you take a medicine, usually you're not going to take more than a teaspoon, right? So think about a belief as a teaspoon, okay, of drops. That starts giving you an idea, right? Now I can connect that concept to a lot of ideas and processes, okay? And now what I would like you to give your attention is, since every thought that ever being thought is still exists, we cannot cancel them, okay? So don't think cancel. It doesn't work, okay? What you do, we can only create new ones that will make the old one obsolete. Do you start getting it over there? Is that yes? Tiffany said that she got it. Pedro, you're still counting the drops? Do you want to take a water break? Thinking about it can make you really thirsty. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Petro loves to share jokes. In light of all that had been said, how do you match vibrations? I'll give you a minute to respond on the chat. So that is saying by adding the same kind of drops. And if we think that a drop is a thought, so we would like to have the same type of thoughts. Exactly. Tiffany said by thinking the same kind of thoughts. And Petra gave us the independence declaration, either by having many, many teaspoons around, or by thinking thoughts that are vibration matched to the belief you want to create. Yoo-hoo! Okay. I love it when I'm when I'm clear. Let's move on. You seem to get it. You see, with our thoughts and beliefs moment by moment, now, do you remember Abraham saying now? Does it start to make sense to you, the now? Okay? We're matching vibration. Because what is now? In each moment, what is now? The no is the present moment, yes, but every present moment is another drop. Just think about it, it's a faucet, the drop. One drop, one drop, one drop, one drop, one drop. Okay? So moment by moment is, every moment it's a thought. It's now new thought. You all the time have a chance to form the thought that you want. It's kind of crazy because we never really being aware to that process. Okay, we were just, how to say, run our life as if nothing really matters. Nothing that runs here in that box actually has no effect on our reality. Is the reality somehow is on the screen, and we are somehow here on the chair just watching and actually influenced by everything that happens there. Somehow we can smell what happened on stage. Yeah, and Timothy is saying by being deliberate in our thoughts. Did anyone taught you this lesson at school or kindergarten or since you were born? You know, when you start talking to, so your mom said, oh, what's the way you're thinking? That's not the way to phrase a thought. Well, that was a very bad phrasing thought. You really don't want to package it like that. This I tell my kids all the time. Okay. Tiffany said, well, I was taught to think happy thoughts and the day would be happy. Nice. Did you believe them? We are running very quickly to our point. Now, just remember, a drop of water won't reach for a drop of oil. Okay, what does it mean? It means that if you're forming a thought which is pleasant for you, okay, it's not going to reach for a thought which is unpleasant to you. Okay, and I'd say, you know, both of them are pleasant and unpleasant. You see? So if you really want to create something, okay, which is going to be of the same, you have to keep dropping the same liquid, okay? If you want to create something which is unwanted to you, just keep on with the same train of thought of something which is wanted to you, okay? Don't mix them with things that is not wanted to you. And the examples are very simple. And this is exactly what Abraham-Hicks are talking about, allowing and resisting, okay? Every time you think about a thought that is wanted to you and feel good to you, you're on a train of allowing, okay? Every time, let's say it's water, okay? And every time you are thinking a thought of resistance, so to say, or something which is unwanted to you, okay, comparing with that water, it's oil, okay? So they're not going to match. not only they're not going to match, they're not going to accumulate on each other. You're going to get this kind of a messy liquid. Okay? Now, the process that Abraham are proposing is the focus wheel. And what is the focus wheel if you think about it? The focus wheel is that you have a concept thought, okay, of what it is that you want. Let's say I want to have a new car. I want to have a new camera. Okay, so the first drop is, you know, I want to have a new camera. Okay, or I'm having a new camera. And then you put drops of it of how pleasant it's going to be with a new camera. It's going a new camera, I'm going to look like Marilyn Monroe. With a new camera, I'm going to feel much more confident. A new camera is going to make everything smoother and easier. New camera, I don't need all those lights. New camera, the colors are going to be gorgeous. New camera, I'm going to have beautiful effects. New camera is just going to solve so many problems or so many issues, or it's just going to cover me 360 degrees. Camera, camera, camera. It's so wonderful to have a camera that actually complements me, and not a camera that's sticking to my nose. Okay, camera that I can put over there and I still be completely gorgeous. And, you know. So this is the focus wheel. The focus wheel that you have, you phrase a thought of something that you like, and then you add all the positive aspect around it, 360 degrees, that is going to match it. And then you have a teaspoon of water. Here you get yourself a belief. And if you continue activating it, okay, by law, it's going to show up in your experience. Why? Because that's the law. The law of attraction is going to catch it. If you think about yourself as the law of attraction, okay, one drop is going to wet your finger, okay? But a whole teaspoon is something that you can actually feel. So think about it as the law of attraction. One drop, okay, is like wetting it, giving the feeling of it, okay? But it can dry up really quickly. But a teaspoon is already enough substance for the law of attraction to keep matching you with something that is with a match to it for your desire. And if you create another tablespoon, another teaspoon, another teaspoon, another teaspoon, another teaspoon, you got yourself a whole glass. And that's what happened when the universe actually delivers more than you have ever imagined. Because all those teaspoons have been accumulated. And now the universe, the law of attraction, has so much substance to bring you with. We're going to get there. We're going to go into questions soon. It's not that far. Here it is. Okay, now is the time for questions. So Josette is asking, the quicker you add thoughts, the quicker the manifestation. There is, how to say that? It feels like there's short of the time here. Okay, it feels like if you're in a rush, okay, it doesn't work. Okay, the idea is as more as you're focused, okay, you keep yourself in focus. That's why they call it the focus wheel. The more you keep yourself in focus, as easy things are going to come. Yeah. What happens when beliefs are integrate? Okay, Petal, can you make it simple? It sounds like too much in one. On the level of principle, what I can tell you is that if you want to work on things, okay, on things that belong to your past, okay, in order to create a better present, the law says, okay, that as more as you're activating old memories, Okay, once you're activating, that memories are actually activating old thoughts. Okay, actually you bring them into the present. And if you don't want that to happen, okay, you just have to create new thoughts and activate them. The thing is that you don't pay attention and you don't activate thoughts that doesn't serve you. You don't focus too much on them. If you feel that this is too early for you to do, okay, or you cannot do it in all aspects of your life, okay, start doing this on the aspect that you can, okay. If you feel that the process of shadow work and inner child is aspect that you're not ready to activate that the principle on, okay, so activate it on aspect that you're still ready to, that you are ready to, and take it from there. Yeah. The thing is that once you're going to, you have to find one aspect in your life, like we did last time, okay? Last time we were talking about personal responsibility and we were checking different aspects in our life. Take one aspect in your life that, yeah, take one aspect in your life that you're completely happy with, that you got the 10 score with, okay? And start there. It definitely relates to the personal responsibility. And the thing is that how do you know that you're activating something which is good? Okay, you know because it feels good to you. If you think a thought that doesn't feel good to you, you know that actually you're creating something which is not going to manifest in a way that you're going to like. It's going to be, you're going to manifest something which is going to annoy you, aggravate you, piss you off, depress you, put you down, all the nitty-gritty of good news. Any more questions? How to choose thoughts, beliefs that would be match better than you think you want. The thing is that if you allow, actually the universe always deliver more than you ever expected. And I see this all the time. Every time the universe is delivering me beyond my expectations and beyond what I thought is possible. Every time. Like without exception. When I allow something to happen in my life, that's what happened. The universe is always giving me something which is matching my vibration and more. Well, the thing is that you're asking me here a question about what if I want to have a Ferrari, and the good thing for me is to have a kitten. I don't know if I'm going to be benefiting more of that. The thing is that now you throw yourself in a whole salad of ideas, because a Ferrari is an experience, okay, in one realm, and a kitten is an experience on the other realm, okay. In a way, those two experiences can actually resonate into the same core, even though I can hardly believe it, okay. if somebody tells you that hugging a kitten is going to give you the same good feeling as driving a Ferrari, that's a very interesting concept. I don't see those match vibrations over there. Okay, there's no match vibration to my concept between the feeling of petting your kitten and driving a Ferrari. It's like, you know, two different universes over there. To discover what you really, really want is you have to go through the list of things that makes you feel good. That's how simple it all is. That's how it all is. And if we think about it, the idea of labels and you know, all accessories that carry labels on top of them for us to feel good, to my opinion, there is something which is borrowed in it. It's like something that we borrow from outside. It's some kind of like a crunches, okay? It's you know, if you want to have a Ferrari, it goes like a whole, there's the whole lifestyle behind a Ferrari. Ferrari never go by itself, okay? Just imagine that here in my neighborhood, people have fancy cars, okay? But they are not going to go to crazy fancy cars because it's not in a match vibration with where they live, no matter how much money they have, okay? I know people here that are extremely rich comparing with others, but still, okay, there is some kind of a match vibration between the lifestyle of the entire neighborhood. So a vibration match is going to be holistic. It's going to give you the entire range of experience. It's not that you're going to live in a cave and have a Ferrari, you know, parking out of it. Okay, it just wouldn't work. It's like, it's a whole concept coming with it. It's like a friend of mine who's driving a Corvette. He said to me, if you see somebody driving a Corvette, either it's a lifestyle or a rich family. Both of them is a lifestyle. So Ferrari is one of the more expensive cars, you know. And if you don't have a car at all, okay, usually to have a Ferrari would be, how to say, like second-hand experience. You can engage yourself with somebody who has a Ferrari already, and this way you're going to get yourself close into the experience of it. But a Ferrari for you is like a whole bathtub of drops. It's not a teaspoon. It's a whole bathtub. So you have to actually grow it up, you know, slowly and surely. And another thing, that you cannot go from here to there overnight. It's impossible. It's like you want to make a U-turn with your car, okay? Let's say you drive 100 miles this direction, okay? You cannot immediately make a U-turn and go the other way around 100 miles an hour. You just cannot do it. You have to slow down to the level of stopping and then turning back. So this is the same thing. So if you tell me, Revital, I would like to have a Ferrari, and right now you are not with the possession of a car at all. So you have to slow down that momentum and actually build up into the momentum of having a car first. So once you have a car, then you can start thinking about having a better car, until you're going to get yourself into a Ferrari. Any more questions, or it's all really understood? Yeah. Okay. So we are going to move on. And the idea is to choose one drop at a time, and this is the top secret. The top secret is that we're choosing one drop at a time, and we actually mount them one on top of the other. We actually create thoughts that actually resonate with each other, and that's how we match vibrations. Okay? Now, this is the seed of matching vibration. There are layers and layers and layers of matching vibration when it comes to, you know, once we started to create that momentum, things are starting to happen in the physical, and once things started to happen in the physical, that's when we want to match our vibration with it. It means that we allow it to become part of our experience. Let's say, Petru, you have met your vibration, and all of it, and all of a sudden somebody came with a Ferrari. Okay, you meet somebody that has a Ferrari, and they said, "Hey, let's drive around." Okay. And you say, of course, I'm going to drive around with you. Okay? So now you're adding the physical momentum, okay, into the non-physical. Okay? So you add an experience with it, which is going to add more and more and more to it. And maybe your friends say, you know what? I have another Ferrari just standing there in my garage. Nobody really uses it. You know what? I'm going to let you use it on your spare time. Just have it around, You can pick up on girls with a Ferrari. And all of a sudden, the Ferrari is going to be there. You see? So you were actually able to manifest more and more and more and more on your way. And this is just one example. I can tell you from my experience that I came to the point that I don't have to own things in order to enjoy the having of them. Okay, if I want to, and I did it many, many times in my life, if I wanted to experience a luxurious lifestyle, I was actually attaching myself to people in business that are actually having this lifestyle, and by working with them, actually I adopted the same lifestyle myself. So I had the fancy clothes, I had the fancy cars, I had the fancy apartments, I had the fancy budgets, and I had the fancy blah, 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 blah. Okay? So I was able to experience the fancy lifestyle without owning anything, without the liability of it. So that's one way of doing it. Because a lot of people just hold themselves back. They say, oh, I cannot afford it, I cannot afford it, I have to have the money first. And I said, you don't have to have the money first, because it's all out there. The private jets, the luxe car, the limousines, the parties, the flying, everything. It's all out there. So once you attach yourself to that lifestyle, either with your work or or other social activities of yours, it's going to be part of you as well. Now, if this is something that makes you happy, you're going to hang out there, and you're going to become one of them, and you're going to have more and more of it. If by any chance you decided that experience is not that good for you, or you don't really like it, or it's not what you have had in your mind, obviously you're not going to stay there. But you're going to have the experience without the need to buy it. Pedro is a little tired with me. He said that sounds fun. Okay, so you see, you are clearly thinking your life into being. Okay, and this is an excerpt from Abraham-Hicks, the book The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. This is part of them on the closing up of the book, okay? And the book, The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent, is definitely talking about everything that we have discussed today. Okay, Abraham were very generous with me and gave me another clue into the concept of matching vibration. They actually said to me, listen, it's not up there in the sky, it's really here, it's really the most simple formula of them all. Just do that, continue doing that, and that's the secret behind it all. If you want to say something before we leave here, this is your last chance. I want to thank our viewers on YouTube. I definitely appreciate you watching us. And Gisette says it's easy. Of course it's easy. It's really, really, really easy. And we're just going and now we're just having fun here. And Ben will say it was great, and eye-opening as usual. And he's giving me a big smile over there. Tiffany, I hope you enjoyed it as well. And Josette, thank you for being here with me as usual, holding me accountable for those sessions. Okay. And as for our next week sessions, we are. Tiffany say igniting me in some new ways. You see, it's all very, very, very simple. You know? And every time I come with a question, I said to myself, it cannot be that complicated. If it is complicated, it means that somebody is hiding the answer from me. If someone is making something complicated for you, it means that they don't want you to know it. That's how simple it all is. Or they just don't know the answer. If somebody makes something complicated, it's because either they don't know what they're talking about, and second, they don't want you to know what they're talking about. So don't let anyone fool you with complicated answers. It's all very, very, very simple. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my last slide. So thank you for joining us, and for more, check out our live workshop group on Facebook and Google Plus community, Abraham-Hicks, How to Change Your Life in 30 Days. Okay, and here I am, Revital HN, your transformational coach and energy reader. Namaste. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.